I'm back in my new craft room called the Dungeon. Now, it's been a while since I've actually sat down in my own craft space and done anything, and it was hard. I started this page last, must have been Tuesday. It's now Monday the following week, and I got so far into it and I stopped. I couldn't do anything else. I fought with the printer, I fought with the scissors. So in the end, I thought, leave it, done with it. So over the weekend, my husband finally finished my craft room. Well, the ceiling, the painting, the floor, the skirting's almost done. But we decided that we needed some white furniture rather than what I had. So Mandy and I are going to have we're going to head down to IKEA and have a look. So, in the meantime, I'm set up temporarily. All good. So what I did here in my 5x8 Delusions Creative Journal was add some masking tape to the center to avoid a lot of seepage onto the other pages. Applied some white gesso. Then, what did I do then? Oh, I cut up some pattern paper and am adhering it down with some gel medium. All the lists of products that I've used will be on my blog. There'll be a link below this video in the description, pointing you towards my blog and all the products that I use there. And there's also some still photos. So rather than I do add photos at the end of my videos, but they're only a couple of seconds and it's like a slideshow. So there are still photos on my blog if you want a closer look. And these are the scissors I'd fought with. They're so blunt, and I kept forgetting to take my scissors up. Not that I could find them, because I have only just unpacked everything over the weekend. Anyway, grateful that I was able to use Mandy's craft room. So I'm not complaining. I'm just happy I'm now in my own space. Now I'm taking some Tim Holtz Distress paints and watering them down and just giving it a whitewash over that pattern paper just to soften it down a bit. But then I forgot I should have probably put some whitewash of gesso first. But that's alright. That was spun sugar. Now I'm doing the white gesso. And I think I had out Victorian velvet and vintage photo, and I can't remember if I used both of them. Yes, here's the Victorian velvet. I mustn't have used the vintage photo. Okay. Or maybe that was it, but I think that looks like the spun sugar. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm just taking a wet baby wipe there to dab off a bit of it. And that's where I finished it at Mandy's. So now back to today. And I decided what I wanted to do was a technique whereby you print on a glossy paper and transfer that inkjet ink to your page. So I chose freezer paper and I'm going to print on the glossy side, but it didn't turn out too well. Well, it did on the freezer paper, but because it was a grayscale, it didn't really transfer to definitive. So I wasn't happy with that. So I didn't know what to do. I thought, okay, will a graphite pencil transfer over if I rubbed it enough? So I traced the image and then tried to transfer it, but it didn't work either. Oh well, me and transfers just don't go together. I can't say I'll never try again because you just got to. They look so good. So here I go. Just using a plastic card there and it wasn't working. So I gave up with that and took a black superfine PITT Artist pen and tried to draw it because I mean I could see some of the image on the paper on the page there but not too clearly. So it was a poor effort. So then I couldn't leave it like that. So I tried the transfer again with a darker image. Yeah, her jawline's a bit yucky. Oh well. So again, onto the freezer paper. I'm just using removable tape, a tape runner there, just to secure that paper onto the copy paper. Now this one was very wet because there was more solid areas on it. So I really liked how it turned out. Now that's what is left of the ink on the image. So I was very happy with that. Now rather than going and printing another image and probably stuffing it, I decided just to get one of my stamps and stamp it of a little girl. So that's what I did there. And because things go in threes, I had to do another image. And it looked like um, the stages of the growth of a woman. So I decided that I'd look for a quote that sort of encompassed that. And so the one I chose was embrace the pace of your own journey. And I thought that was very appropriate because I'm still on my journey and I'm still learning quite a lot and I need to practice a lot of it and it's taking me slower than I would like, but I need to embrace the pace of my journey. So that's where that sort of quote ties into it, or what I've taken from it anyway. And I thought it needed just a little bit of colour, or more colour than what was there, because it was very pastel, very muted in the background. So I took some rose gold Artist's matte fluid acrylic by Sonja and just painted a border around the edges. And then that was it. Page finished. Let's hope the next one's not as difficult. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back soon. Bye.